we doing, folks? This is the Pop Music Freak back with another song facts countdown video. I'm counting down my 1,000 favorite songs of all time. We're up to number 889. Another one from Fleetwood Mac. It is Gypsy. Third appearance in my top 1,000 by Fleetwood Mac. Gypsy is a song by British American rock and roll band Fleetwood Mac. The song was written by Stevie Nicks around 1979. The earliest demo recordings were made in early 1980 with Tom Moncrief for possible inclusion on a debut solo album, Belladonna. However, when Nick's close friend Robin Anderson died of leukemia, the song took on a new significance and Nicks held it over for Fleetwood Mac. Gypsy was the second single release and second biggest hit from the Mirage album, following Hold Me, reaching a peak of number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks. In 2017, Nicks recorded an acoustic version to serve as the theme song for the Netflix drama series Gypsy. There are 2 points of inspiration behind Gypsy, as stated by Stevie Nicks, the first of which is a nostalgia for her life before Fleetwood Mac. Before joining the group, Nicks lived with Lindsey Buckingham, and who would also join Fleetwood Mac. Nicks and Buckingham were musical and romantic partners. However, only their musical partnership has survived. Nicks met Buckingham at a high school party where he was singing California Dreamin' by the Mamas and Papas. Nicks joined in with perfect harmony, then they introduced themselves. They did not see each other again until college, where they started a relationship and a musical duo called Buckingham Nicks. They barely got by with the income from Nicks' work as a waitress and cleaning lady. They could not afford a bed frame, so they slept on a mattress directly on the floor. Nicks says the mattress was decorated in lace with a vase and flower at its side. Whenever she feels her famous life getting to her, she goes back to her roots and takes her mattress off the frame and puts it back to the floor and decorates it with some lace and paper flowers. It takes her back to the days when she had no wealth, back to herself as a poor gypsy. Some speculate the rest of the song is directed at Buckingham, assuming the lyrics depict her leaving him. On March 31st, 2009, Nicks gave an interview to Entertainment Weekly discussing the inspiration for the song. In the old days before Fleetwood Mac, Lindsay and I had no money, so we had a king-size mattress, but we just had it on the floor. I had old vintage coverlets on it, and even though we had no money, it was still really pretty. Just that and a lamp on the floor, and that was it. There was a certain calmness about it. To this day, when I'm feeling cluttered, I will take my mattress off of my beautiful bed, wherever that may be, and put it outside my bedroom with a table and a little lamp. On March 25th, 2009, during a show in Montreal on Fleetwood Mac's Unleashed tour, Nicks gave a short history of the inspiration behind Gypsy. She explained it was written sometime in 1978-79 when the band had become very famous very fast. It was a song that brought her back to an earlier time, to an apartment in San Francisco where she had taken the mattress off the bed and put it on the floor. To contextualize, Nicks voiced the lyrics. So I'm back to the Velvet Underground, back to the floor that I love, to a room with some lace and paper flowers, back to the gypsy that I was. Those are the words. So I'm back to the Velvet Underground, which is a clothing store in downtown San Francisco, where Janis Joplin got her clothes and Grace Slick from Jefferson Airplane. It was this little hole-in-the-wall, amazing, beautiful stuff. Back to the floor that I love, to a room with some lace and paper flowers, back to the gypsy that I was. Second point of inspiration for the song is a message as a tribute to someone's passing. On October 5th, 1982, Robin Snyder Anderson, Nick's best friend, died of leukemia. Nicks met and befriended Robin Snyder at Arcadia High School in Los Angeles when they were either 14 or 15. Snyder, who had theatrical interests, became Nick's speech therapist. Videos of the two preparing for concerts are easily accessible over the internet. For instance, one video in particular where Snyder helps Nicks prepare for a concert during the Rumors tour. Not only did she help her with her singing, she also was her confidant and the person who knew her best, according to Carol Ann Harris's book Storms. Snyder would calm her down within just a fraction of a second. The night before Belladonna was released, Nicks received a terrifying call from Snyder saying she had leukemia, and the doctors thought she would only live for 3 months. Even more horrifying to Nicks was the news that Snyder had gotten pregnant, so as to leave her husband Kim Anderson with something after she left. If Snyder chose to have an abortion, she could have possibly lived for another year. However, the baby was born 3 months premature, and Snyder died 3 days later. At the time, Nicks was on tour. The only person Nicks felt could understand her grief was Kim Anderson. He felt the same way, and out of grief as well as a duty towards providing for the baby a good home, Stevie Nicks married Kim Anderson. However, 3 months later, Nicks filed for divorce after she received a sign from Snyder telling her to get out of there. Nicks had stated that she has put Matthew through college and told him about what had happened many times. As Snyder was dying, Nicks dedicated Gypsy to her. Nicks found it extremely difficult to sing the song in concert, emotionally, for sure, especially during that tour and during her next solo tour in 1983, going into 84. The video for the song, directed by Russell Mulcahy, was the highest budget music video ever produced at the time. The video locations included a highly detailed portrayal of a forest and required many costumes and dancers. It was the very first world premiere video on MTV in 1982. Interpersonal strife among the band members complicated the shoot, much as they had with the earlier video for Hold Me. When he was pairing them during blocking, Mulcahy recalls people were pulling me aside saying, no, those two were effing, and then they split up and now he's sleeping with her. I got very, very confused. Who was sleeping with whom? Nicks especially remembers the experience as unpleasant. 2 weeks before the shoot, she had gone into drug rehabilitation to try and overcome her cocaine addiction. However, the video shoot could not be rescheduled, and she had to take a break for it. Near the end of the first of 3 days, Nicks was exhausted and said she needed cocaine. A small bottle was discreetly given her, though it was thrown out before she could use any. Nicks later said, I think we would probably have gone on to make many more great videos like Gypsy had we not been so into drugs. The aforementioned issues Nicks was having were further strained by having to work closely with her former boyfriend, Lindsey Buckingham. We weren't getting along well then. I didn't want to be anywhere near him. Certainly did not want to be in his arms. Nicks said of the scene where the two were dancing, if you watch the video, you'll see I wasn't happy, and he wasn't a very good dancer. So that is the story there. The B-side for Gypsy was a song called Cool Water, which was an acoustic performance featuring Buckingham and John McVie on lead vocals, a rare occurrence where McVie contributed his vocals to a Fleetwood Mac recording. In fact, I cannot remember ever hearing John McVie sing lead on anything, which is interesting. It's funny, the things you learn on these videos, video information, right? Song facts, amazing facts. I didn't ever do any of this about Gypsy. The song was originally written in 1936 by Bob Nolan and has been covered by numerous artists over the years. The Fleetwood Mac version appears on the compilation album Revenge of the Killer Bees, Volume 2, and has been released on the deluxe edition of the band's Mirage CD. Okay, so in terms of personnel, of course, we all know Fleetwood Mac and what instruments they played. Stevie Nicks sang lead, Lindsey Buckingham played guitar, xylophone, and backing vocals. Christine McVie to tack piano, the Hammond organ and backing vocals, John McVie bass guitar, Mick Fleetwood drums and percussion. In terms of chart success, of course, as I mentioned, song hit number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the fall of 82, hit number 4 on the Rock Tracks chart, number 9 on the Adult Contemporary chart, and number 13 in Cashbox. UK singles chart didn't really do that great, missed the top 40, peaked at 46. Canada did better, hitting number 16 and number 3 on the Adult Contemporary chart in Canada. That is it. In the UK, it was certified gold for 400,000 copies sold. Very strange that it got a lot of play. I mean, it got sold a lot of records, a lot of vinyl copies, 45s. Did not get played much on the radio in the UK. Very weird. I think it was something because of the Gypsy. It kind of made some people squeamish. I don't know. But it sold extremely well, but it did not get airplay in the UK. Odd. Anyway, so that's it. Those are the song facts for Gypsy by Fleetwood Mac. I hope you found it highly, highly informative. Number 889 on my top 1,000 of all time. And there will be several more Fleetwood Mac songs coming, I promise you. I know a bunch of you are huge fans. to this day. And so am I. I love their work. They were amazing. There was always a storyline with them. There's always something interesting to comment on besides the music. Anyway, so please like the video. Please share it. Please subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified when there's more videos coming up. Generally, I do some every day, usually 2 or 3. Try my best to stick to that. Time of day, that's going to vary because my life varies. All right, so thank you very much for watching. I'm going to put a link to the video, music video, in the description if you want to see the video. I hope you do. All right, I wish you all peace and love and a great day.